Good morning from the Alton Towers Resort, where it's a beautiful spring day and we're looking forward to an action-packed vlog.
We haven't done a full park vlog for a while, so we're going to get round, see all the updates and get some quiet rides in as well.
Yeah, it's an off-peak weekday when we're filming this and we've got lots to talk about in terms of park updates. The first one being the monorail is now finally back in service. So we're going to take the monorail down to the park this morning. Along with that, they've announced extended open hours for May half term and we've got other dates for different things happening as well. So come and join us for all the latest from Alton Towers. Now the monorail opens at 9:30 every day and takes you down from the hotels and main car parks to the theme park entrance. Yeah, it wasn't open from the start of the season and yeah, reopened just over a week ago. So great to get back on this for our first ride of the year. Have they done any TLC to the trains? You know, I'd love to see the vinyls come off the windows at some point. Looks like they're still on from what we can see, but maybe they've cleaned them up a little bit, hopefully. Let's go and head down to the theme park entrance. Yeah, park hours today are 10 a.m. through until 4 o'clock. And each of the monorail trains is themed to something different. This is the Explorer train, and this is all based on the Alton Towers Hotel. And the gardens, and the pagoda, and the travels of Sir Algernon. Here we go on the monorail, so you get the spiel as you're coming in as well, giving you the information. And yeah, because we've got little George down here in the pram, hello, we've come down here in the back. But yeah, you have got like all the vinyls still on the windows. I'd love to see them removed at some point. If you are in the back carriage though, you can see out a little bit more because you haven't got the vinyls on here. Looking forward to your day, George? Yeah! And we just got off the monorail. It's about a 5-minute ride down from the car parks and hotels here to the main entrance plaza. Gotta say, I am a big fan of what they did with the corkscrew. I think it looks awesome, especially on a sunny day like this. Beautiful. Right, let's go make our way into the park. Yeah, nice to have the monorail back. Of course, if you are a Platinum Pass holder, you can use the gates down at the back that leads into Forbidden Valley as well. And we do that a lot of the time, which is very efficient. But I thought, let's get the monorail today. Love seeing the monorail running over the entrance turnstiles there as well, and the iconic tower. As we make our way down Tower Street here. Yeah, this weather has just been amazing and we've had a really busy week. There's been a brand new vlog every day for the past 7 days. I hope you've enjoyed it on the channel. Lots of new content for you to enjoy from lots of parks here in the UK. And yeah, I think we're going to start off our day down in X Sector. We'll head down towards the Smiler and Oblivion first. With this being a full park vlog, we're going to go around all the areas and of course bring you all the updates. Now for the past few years at the start of the season we've had Alton After Dark with the park open till 8 o'clock and we've really loved that, haven't we?
Oh, it's just been excellent, like having those night rides so early in the season has just been brilliant.
Well, as much as there's not going to be night rides for it, they have announced Twilight at the Towers, which is opening the park again until 8 o'clock, but this time for the full week throughout May half term, from the 22nd to the 31st of May. The park's open every day from 10 till 8. Absolutely fantastic to see them extending the hours.
That is such a brilliant move. I think that is fantastic. Hopefully in the summer we can get some 8 o'clocks then because that is a good step forward. Yeah,
we saw the other week Thorpe Park announced they were going to do it for a few days over May half term. Then Alton Towers have gone and surprised us and done it for the whole week. Brilliant. So absolutely fantastic if you come in during May half term. 8 o'clock ride close. We're going to be in for a lovely quiet day today, and if you are coming Monday to Friday over the next couple of weeks before May half term, then yeah, you're going to be in for a nice quiet visit. Even though the park's only open till 4, you'll get everything in perfectly fine, especially if you get in here for opening, which you make sure you want to be doing, by the way. Like the turnstiles open from 9:30, get in that queue early, get into the park, and then you can be straight down to your first ride, which for us is going to be the Smiler. Let's go. Well, that's what we like to see, a nice on-time opening this morning for the Smiler, just like it should be. 10 o'clock opening. And yeah, Charlotte's on the first train of the day, so she went down the single rider queue. Obviously the only person down there, and yeah, ended up on the first train. Even the main queue only looked about 10 minutes. I reckon that's what it's advertised on now. And yeah, the Smiler opened back in 2013 and still holds the record for the most inversions on a roller coaster at 14. starting off the day with a ride on the Smiler. You haven't been on it for a while.
It feels like ages since I've been on the Smiler, but I got a front row, which was fantastic. A front row ride on that coaster is where you need to be.
It is the place. Unfortunately, you can't request to ride at the front. I do wish that it had a front row queue. In my opinion, all roller coasters, every theme park should have a front row queue of those that don't mind waiting. But it does make all the difference, doesn't it?
Oh, it definitely does on the Smiler. It's a fantastic ride on the front.
I think it's riding really good.
It is, yeah.
Probably the best rides I've had on the Smiler in a few years, actually, this season. So I look forward to having many more throughout 2026. But there we go. Always looks the part behind us. And we've got some dueling action as well. Now, I tell you what, something has happened this week at Alton Towers that none of us were expecting, and that is the return of a sound effect that hasn't played since 2004.
Right, that is crazy, but don't look down.
It's back on the drop for Oblivion. The speakers are back, the sound effects back, and I can't believe it. Now, the reason why it was removed, if you remember back in the early 2000s, Alton Towers used to have quite a few issues with the local residents kind of complaining about the noise, and at one point they actually had to stop doing the fireworks because of a court case, and also they had to stop certain sounds, mainly the noise from Oblivion, but it's back. Now, it's not just Don't Look Down to make a reappearance on the drop. Also in the station, for the first time since 2015, the Lord of Darkness himself is saying, "Welcome to Eternal Darkness." Yeah, that's been cut out since 2015 and it's now back. So he goes, "Welcome to the unknown, welcome to Eternal Darkness, welcome to Oblivion." So there's clearly someone at Alton Towers that wants to give the ride a bit of TLC and put these effects back in, and it makes a huge difference to the experience, especially for those that love the nostalgic feel of Alton Towers. Yeah, I'm really happy that these have returned. As a huge fan of Oblivion, and especially the backstory and theme of the ride, I love the fact they've brought back the 1998 version, like brilliant, with the station audio in there as well, with the Lord of Darkness, and also with the iconic Don't Look Down on the drop as well. So yeah, they've got two speakers up there, and it plays really loud. I've tried to get some clips from down here on the ground, but you can't really hear it in the clips. But when you're up there, yeah, it sounds really good. I was on the back row, pretty close to the speakers, and yeah, it was really loud, sounded fantastic. So great to have that back for the first time in 22 years. There's no mist today, unfortunately, though. I'm not too sure what's going on with that. It's possibly related to whatever's going on here. They've actually got this all blocked off at the moment. It's been like this for a few days, and it looks like something might be leaking. So yeah, you can see like it looks like something's dripped all the way down the supports there. Possibly to do with the holding brake, maybe, I'm not too sure. But yeah, it looks like there's some sort of leak. So yeah, they've blocked all this off here at the moment. Nothing that's going to affect the ride being operational. But yeah, obviously you don't want to be walking under there. You'll get covered in possibly oil. Well, it's just gone 10:30 and that's X Sector all completed, both the Smiler and Oblivion. Back to 1998, love that. Big fan of what they've done with the audio. Yeah, beautiful day for seeing the towers just here. Without blue skies. Right then, so we made our way down here to the back of the park and into Dark Forest now. I am really hoping we do see some more supporting flat rides for both X Sector and Dark Forest at some point in the future. Both areas have only got 2 rides and both of them are major coasters. So yeah, we really could do with a filler ride in each. Ideally, would be fantastic. We got Rita just down here, looks pretty quiet. Yeah, the coaster opened 21 years ago. Happy 21st for Rita. Intermin Accelerator. Of course, you got 13 down at the back as well, opened in 2010. And yeah, I think the order that we've done the park today is probably the best way of hitting up Alton Towers now. Starting in X sector, getting early. I think that's probably the best thing to do now.
So here we go, it's time for a ride on 13. I actually really enjoy this coaster. I think it's very good. The drop still gets me. It's always good going on there with people who don't have a clue what is going on. And they just think that it's a normal coaster, but it's not. It's a coaster with a twist. But 13 is a brilliant ride. So looks very quiet, so let's go and have a ride. Very quiet at 13. I think I'm the only person here. Not been on 13 in a while either. Oh, it's very eerily quiet. I'm literally the only person here. Fantastic. Let's go for a ride. Oh, there's a few people in the station. Let's go for a ride on 13.
Well, I tell you what, 5-minute wait for 13, can't moan about that.
Absolutely excellent. It was that quiet, we had to wait for riders, but it was riding really well. I love 13, even better at night. Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a great coaster, really good coaster. I can't wait till you can go on, Joyce. That'll be good, won't it? But no, it's a fantastic ride. Of course, you've got the section out in the forest. It's really good if you're down the back, actually, because you get the pull down the drop. Little bits of airtime, nothing too crazy. It is only a family coaster after all, but that's good fun. And the highlight, which is the drop track. It was the first coaster to ever have one of the Intamin freefall drop tracks, and I do really like that. It's a great element.
It still scares me, to be honest. I still hold on when we get to the drop track.
Oh. It's because of the air cannons as well that they've got above it that really add to it. But no, it's great to get back on there, nice and quiet as well. Well, these really are the best days to visit Alton Towers. 5-minute advertised wait for Rita. Let's go, enjoying the queue. Got one of Sean's fun facts for you now as we're making our way down here. So you see that support right there. The reason why it's like that and it's got the bit going across is because that's where the corkscrew station used to be. Obviously the corkscrew was removed back in 2008. But Rita came in 3 years before that, and that's why they had to put that support going across. It's the same with this one over here actually as well. So you see that support there, that's the reason why it's got the bit going across, because previously the corkscrew's brake run was in that area. Fun fact for you.
Pull your harness down from the boat.
Oh, well, walk on Rita, that's always great to get. And yeah, not very often you get walk on Rita other than these really quiet days. Out of the two rides in Dark Forest, I'd say it's still the most popular, or at least it's the one that builds up the biggest queue out of Rita and 13. Probably because 13, of course, can run 3 trains, Rita can run 2, and yeah, 13's higher capacity. But yeah, great to get back on both of them Intamin coasters. Down in Intamin Forest, Dark Forest here at Alton Towers. Yeah, it's a great area with 2 good coasters, especially 13. I really do like that ride. You probably do wonder why I don't put much off-ride footage in from 13. It is because it's so hidden, like it's all down there the back in the forest, other than the lift hill and the drop, and obviously you've got the crypt which is in that building just behind Rita's track over there. But yeah, Rita was riding really good, and I enjoyed getting back on it, as always. I do like Rita, like it's one of them, the launch is fantastic on that ride. Now, in terms of other updates around the park, we've got the Sky Ride just here. Now, we haven't got a date yet for when this is going to be back open. However, hopefully soon. They have been doing a lot of work on the Sky Ride. In fact, I can see somebody working on it right there, just hidden up in the there we go, hid up by the wheels. But yeah, hopefully it's going to be back soon. Last week when we were here off camera, we did spot a couple of gondolas testing, so hopefully it's not going to be too long. Obviously we know now that the Rapids is going to be back in May, Battle Galleons, Runaway Mine Train reopens from this Saturday, so at the time of posting this video, it's back open from this weekend. So yeah, it really just leaves the Sky Ride. Obviously Monorail's back as well. So yeah, Sky Ride really will be the only one for us to hopefully get back soon. We haven't got a reopening date. It doesn't say May or anything yet, so we don't know when it's going to be, but hopefully soon. You know, it was shut for 2 full years, and it's a vital piece of infrastructure here at Alton Towers to get people around the park. And yeah, we're down here into what is by far our least favourite part of Alton Towers now. This whole back section, not just the World of Daily Wallings, but this whole back area, it just feels so dead and deserted back here. The Burger Kitchen, don't know what's going on. It hasn't opened all season. Looks like they were working on the roof, and you've still got the scaffolding up there. But yeah, there's no update to share. I've not really seen any work happening or anything. That's still closed. Obviously, right next door, you've got the dungeon building. That's been shut for a couple of years now. You've got a ride system in there. You've got a brilliant little family boat ride that's just sat there doing nothing. So hopefully we see them do something with that building in the future. I'd expect that for this Scarefest, it's probably going to be a return of a family scare attraction in there, or a couple of attractions. That's why you've still got the theming out the front with the big Dia de los Muertos skull. And then obviously, yeah, you've got the World of David Walliams down here at the back, which definitely isn't the most popular area here at the park. So yeah, it's a bit dead and deserted back here, really. Down here in this area, you have got the Royal Carousel. Still going all these years later. It's been in a few different locations at Alton Towers, this has. There's Charlotte and George. It's actually George's first time on a horse. Charlotte's on the back. But yeah, what I'd like to see them do is obviously keep the carousel, but move it to a different area of the park maybe, and yeah, it opens up a huge area back down here. Of course, in terms of Project Horizon, there's been a lot of rumblings about that recently. You know, is it still going to happen? Is it not? That's the rumoured indoor roller coaster, that big show building that Alton Towers got planning permission for, but never started the project, right down there at the back. In fact, you can just see the flag tower there. That's exactly where they're looking at building it, right next door. But there's not really been any updates since, so we'll see what happens with that one. We've not really heard many rumblings or anything like that, so we'll keep you updated if we're hearing stuff. Yeah, these flags are basically, you know, how neglected this area is. I don't even think the management come up here, to be honest, because surely that'd get fixed. But yeah, look at it, like, it's just like you've got a theatre that's abandoned there. This is an old flat ride spot that's abandoned. You've got Raj just over there in the middle, which is a frog hopper style ride. Obviously, I could see that going because they've already got 2 of them down in CBeebies Land anyway, themed to Peter Rabbit. You've got the driving school, which is really good for the kids. Again, I'd like to see that either relocated or could stay in that location. And then you've got Gangster Granny the Ride, which is a dark ride just over there. Alton Towers really strict when it comes to on-ride filming. Even on the dark rides, I'm not really too sure why. You can't film on the likes of Gangster Granny and Alton Manor, especially with them just being like tracked dark rides. But yeah, they don't allow filming on those either. You can film on a few CBeebies Land rides, the monorail, the Sky Ride, and that's about it really. But yeah, we'll see what happens to this area in the long term. We've seen so many different themes and IPs come to this area over the years. Back when I was a kid, I was growing up with Barney and the Tweenies down here. My favourite thing they've ever done is when they did an original area here, and that was Cloud Cuckoo Land. I thought that was great. You had the Wave Swinger down here at the back, which was the Twirling Toadstool. That used to be down here in this location where the carousel is. The carousel was more in the middle. You had the show in there. I thought that was great. I'd love to see this go back to an original themed area. I'd go with like a steampunk Sir Algernon style feel to fit with like the Alton Towers Hotel, extend on the storyline of that. Gangster Granny could be rethemed to like Alton Bear, and who remembers Snorlax, like the little purple dragon? That's what I'd love to see them do with this area, because yeah, it's a bit just a bit dead round here. Well, there's nothing like a nice sunny day here at our home park, the Alton Towers Resort. We're having a good day so far. It's only 11:30 and we've done loads. Going to head on to Hex shortly. Yeah, I just want to mention about the food outlets on these days. Obviously, I've already sent a couple of videos now how we're not doing a food tour this year. And yeah, it's a good job, to be honest, because a lot of the food outlets are shut on these off-peak days.
Yeah, so it's like the Oak and Chains is closed, Roller Coaster Restaurant shut, but it's like down here, you've got Burger Kitchen closed as well, which isn't great, really. Some people do like to come and have a sit-down meal when they come to a park, and they can't do that, unfortunately.
No, it means if you're coming on one of these off-peak days, there's actually nowhere in the park to go and have like a table service meal. You know, it's all quick service. So yeah, obviously it doesn't affect the peak days and half term and that sort of thing. You know, that everything will be open. But yeah, not great. Our former woodcutters, now the Oak and Chains, that's closed on the off-peak days, and that's just started for this week actually. All the tables and chairs up in there. But still, time to go and experience the legend now. Well, not just any legend, the legend of the towers. Let's go, Hex. Always love walking up the steps here and into the towers. Yeah, back in the day, this used to be a gift shop. Yeah, my mum used to work in it. Massive bell. much better use as an immersive experience queue line than a gift shop, I have to say. Yeah, that was a really good decision by the Tussauds Group back in the day. And again, can't film on here. It's always a shame, isn't it, when you realise how many parks abroad allow on-ride filming. Luckily, I did finally manage to film POVs though, working with the park here last year. It was like a one-off, which was great. I did enjoy getting like a behind-the-scenes look at filming POVs here. That was great. Obviously, it's one of them, isn't it? A lot of parks just allow it with the secure equipment anyway. I'll see you when I come off. Straight in. Hex, the Legend of the Towers, is such an iconic attraction here at Alton Towers. Always enjoy going on there. It opened back in year 2000, and of course what makes it extra special is the fact that a lot of the backstory is a proper local legend. You have got the chained oak tree that you can go and visit down in Alton. I definitely recommend a visit. It's worth heading down there. I've done a video from there before when I cycled down there during the lockdowns. But yeah, make sure you head down there if you've never been to see it, because it's quite a spooky place, especially on an evening. And the fact you actually come through this part of the towers, of course with the queue line, and then you've got the cinema room and the octagon, and both of them parts of the towers had to be restored for them to open Hex, which is fantastic that they did all that restoration back in 2000. It took a couple of years actually to do all of that. And then of course they built the show building round the back of the towers for the vault itself. And yeah, that part of the story isn't true, or at least isn't part of the legend, where he dragged it from the woods to the towers and sealed it in a secret vault. That is just so they could have the vault as the ride, obviously. But yeah, it's fantastic. I do love Hex. I still think the lighting changes. I'm not going to call them upgrades. I'm going to call them changes that they did a couple of years ago. Did kind of downgrade the experience a little bit. The lighting's a bit too full on, over the top, a bit bright, a bit tacky in there now in the vault. But I still love the soundtrack and the overall feel for the ride. And this is why we love living close to Alton Towers, just so we can have little picnics like this. You're right down there, George. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, we're going to sit and have our lunch just here now, in this beautiful setting of a ladyship's gardens. That is the beauty of living so close, just getting to make the most of these areas on a regular basis. I love it. Now, something that I'm a big fan of this year is the fact they've actually opened up the chapel again, so you can come and walk in here and have a look at it, because the ceiling is absolutely spectacular in here. It was all fully restored and repainted a number of years ago, and yeah, it's lovely. Really spectacular in here. I've not heard any word on if they're bringing back the tours of the house or not over summer. Obviously, there's been a lot of changes over winter at Alton Towers, and that was staffing as well. So I think a lot of the people that were involved in the history tours are no longer here. So I'm not too sure what's going to happen with that one. Hopefully they'll come back though. A few years ago, you used to be able to still walk around the towers at your own leisure, and that would be a lovely day for it on a day like this as well. I did actually do a full video about that a few years ago, going into the history of the towers. So if you search back a little bit in the Alton Towers playlist, you'll be able to find that. Yeah, this shows all the restoration work that was done back in 1992. And yeah, back in the day, they actually used to have a little model railway in here. Like, I don't really remember that, but I have seen photos of it, and I believe this is where like all the transformers and everything used to be, over in the window, and that was like a little ticket booth down there as well, and that's a little bit of history for you. That's why it's still got the shutter on. In an ideal world, I would love to see the towers just open again for anybody to explore. I know there was quite a bit of damage that was taking place in there, unfortunately. So I think the way to combat that would just be having a member of staff just patrolling around in the towers. I mean, they've got like a guest experience team here that look after like lost children and litter pit around the park. Maybe they could make it part of their patrols, to go in and have a look round every so often, just to make sure that, no damage is taking place. But I'd love to see that. Like, I think that would be fantastic, just to have the towers back open again. We're seeing a lot of like things come back, like the audio on Oblivion, and yeah, the other things might be making a return throughout the year. It's like classic things. So yeah, I'd love to see the towers back open again. Oh, hello, who's this? It's George. Yeah. Hey, it's quite funny really, because all these years been coming Alton Towers, I've always called the geese George. So when we had a baby, he had to be called George. No, that isn't the only reason. We do love the name George, but still.
The babies
yeah,
are coming.
They are little babies.
George likes them. Do you like George?
And now we're into May. It's also a great time for strolling around the gardens. I love the gardens in May. You've got the little coffee and cream place that's back over there as well. Do ice creams and stuff. That's been there for a couple of years. That's just appeared the past couple of days. It's not open yet, but I reckon it probably will be from the weekend. And they are the beautiful towers. So what we're going to do now is head down to Spinball Whizzer. We'll then have a look through CBeebies Land, just check in on how Bluey the ride's doing. And of course, we'll be over to Wicker Man, Mutiny Bay, and up that part of the park. Well, we made our way now down here to Spinball Whizzer. Opened in 2004, this coaster, and it still rides really good. I do enjoy Spinball. Great ride. Just wanted to mention as well, if you are coming to Alton Towers on your own, or also don't mind splitting up from your party on rides, you have got quite a few single rider queues that you can make the most of as well. Single riders available on quite a few different coasters, including Spinball Whizzer here. You normally get straight on with that one. "15-minute wait," but yeah, literally single rider's got one person there. Never really builds up that much. Let's go, it's flipping crazy. Remember the old advert, Spinball Whizzer, it's flipping crazy.
Hey, back, hold tight, here we go!
Always good to get back on Spinball Whizzer. Honestly, I really like that coaster. I think it's a great ride. How do you find it?
Oh, I feel a bit sick after that, to be honest. I think I'm getting too old for Spinball Whizzer.
Too old?
It's the dizziness, I can't really see.
Really? Yeah, you do get a good spin on there, don't you? Well, yeah, we're going to make our way now into CBeebies Land, have a little walk around here. George is fast asleep, so I don't think we'll take him on any rides today. We do come quite a bit though, like off camera, and bring George on lots of rides, but we will have a bit of an update with the area. Let's have a look at Bluey the ride, see how that's coping today. Well, it looks pretty quiet back there. In fact, I can't see a queue past the merge point. 5-minute wait for Bluey the ride. Yeah, it does seem like the opening hype's really died off from this now. It's been open a month. On the weekends, I did see it on 45 minutes on last Saturday. Well, I think the days of it getting like, 90, 100 minutes and stuff are behind us. It was just that kind of opening rush. We did do a full tour and review of Bluey the ride, so make sure you check it out. It went on the channel about a week ago. Let's go and have a little walk around the top just here and see what else is going on. Well, we're certainly not Bluey experts. I don't really know who lots of the characters are. We had a few comments on the Bluey ride review saying, that's Chili and Bandit. I don't have a clue. Like, we've watched one episode with George, and to be honest, he's not like a massive fan. So when he's a bit older, he'll enjoy Bluey a bit more. He likes the Wiggles that George
Any Wiggles families out there absolutely love it. D-O-R-O-T-H.
Well, it's a shame that we don't have a Wiggles attraction here, really. But we'll have to go back to Australia. Hopefully the operations are a little bit better on there than they were when we came last week. I think that's another reason why it's been getting some big queues on the weekends, because yeah, the operations have been pretty slow at getting the train sent out, so hopefully that'll improve. And if you are coming with babies here to Alton Towers, quite a few rides that they can still do. Obviously when it's open, you've got the monorail and the sky ride, transportation attractions, but still good for babies. George likes looking out. And then along with that, here in CBeebies Land, you've got the Bugby Go Round, in the Night Garden Magical Boat Ride just over there. Then you've also got the carousel down in the World of David Walliams, along with Get Set Go, which is also in this area. So yeah, you've got like a few things. There's not loads and loads, but there's still a few things that babies can do. Obviously when George is 0.9, that's going to open up a lot more rides for him here. 15 minutes for Night Garden. And if you are a parent and you've got kids, a good time to come midweek for CBeebies. A lot of the time we're walking on the rides down here. Peter Rabbit Hippity Hop down here as well. So that's what I was saying earlier on about how you could remove Rajas because you've got two down here already in this area. And if you've got little ones, of course you've got the big play area over here, and also as well, you've got the interactive shows that you can go through, including the Furchester Hotel. We took George into that. He loved it, didn't he?
He was really loving it. He was sitting down, he was waving, it was very cute.
Puppet show. And yeah, you've also got the main shows as well, the Teletubbies and a few other bits as well. Wait for it, here we go! It's still pumping down here in that queue line, it's loud. I've been on it a couple of times now, and the amount of kids down there covering the rears, it's loud, that audio. Here we go. It blasts out down there. But yeah, I tell you what, it took a while to get the train sent out, probably about a 5-minute dispatch again there. So yeah, I don't know why it's taking so long. Like, hopefully we can get it a bit faster. There's the Teletubbies. Hey. Tinky Winky was always my favourite. Walk on Octonauts as well. Of course, you have got 2 roller coasters here now in CBeebies Land. There's the smaller of the 2. It is such a gorgeous day here at Alton Towers. Love it when the sun's shining, especially with it having such a beautiful setting as well. Battle Galleons, yeah, into May, and it's not open yet, but hopefully it will be very soon. So they said the Battle Galleons and Congo River Rapids will open in May. They are both now seasonal attractions. That, to be honest, makes me question the long-term future. I mean, they spent quite a bit of money on Rapids by the looks of it. They've redone the lift hill at the end, so it's probably not going anywhere anytime soon. But I am hoping that we start to see Rapids at least open a little bit longer. A splash battle like Battle Galleons, I can kind of understand a bit more because you can get soaked on there. Honestly, I'd get the guns off and repackage it, a bit like Europa Park did with Whale Adventures. People weren't going on it most of the year, so just repurpose it. That's what I'd like to see them do. Turn it into more of a story-based experience. Of course, in Mutiny Bay then, you've also got 2 flat rides, Heave Ho, Marauders Mayhem. These never really get too big a queues these days. I remember back in the day, like Marauders especially used to get a queue coming out, but yeah, nice little filler rides, and that's what you do need. Little bits where you can just get on nice and fast and make the most of it. We won't go through today because the weather's too nice, but you have got Shark Bay Reef by Sea Life down here as well. And then we're going to go on Wicker Man now. Don't forget as well, if you have got a Platinum Annual Pass, you do get 1 free fast track per visit as well. And to be honest, we use it quite a lot on Wicker Man, mainly because it saves you walking around the whole queue, doesn't it?
I'm going to actually use mine today on Galactica because I'm
going to do Galactica. Oh, okay, yeah, why not? And Flags could do with a bit of repair work up there, couldn't they? Feathers, how's he doing in there? Is he in action? Feathers McClaw. Press the button. Here he is.
Now, where's my corporate eye? Hear me? I'm completely nuts, I've been telling you.
He's nuts. Let's go on Wicker Man.
Remember who you are.
Wicker Man. Love the vibes when you walk up here. It's only advertised on 10 minutes, but they are still queuing down the steps there. So, got the fast track, might as well use it. It says walking around the full queue. At the end of the day, it is a good perk of being a Platinum Pass holder. Let's go, Wicker Man. Oh, it's always great getting back on Wicker Man, especially when you get a front row ride as well.
Unbelievable. I've not had a front row ride on Wicker Man for ages, and I love a front row ride as well.
You did get the smiler front row earlier though. So.
I did, yeah.
Yeah, it evens out now, but no, I do like it. The back row is my favourite row 12 on Wicker Man, but if you get given a front, you're going to take it, aren't you? Because there isn't a front row queue. If you get it, it's always worth it. And it was riding really good. I stand by that Wicker Man was an incredible investment by Alton Towers in 2018. I think it's an amazing ride, and yeah, it just fits the part. Like the pre-show, the theming, the music, the ride experience. It's an excellent coaster, so good, isn't it?
Oh, I just love everything about Wicker, man. I actually think it's my favourite coaster on the park. It's excellent.
It is really good. It's in second place, I think, for me behind Nemesis,
So
but
good.
I do really like Wicker, and yeah, it was riding so good. They look after it so much, and I really appreciate how they're not putting the Titan track on it as well.
Yes.
I can't believe that some of our favourite wooden coasters are having like this steel track put on. F-Telling have done it to Yoris, which is really surprising with F-Telling being the park that it is, and Europa Park, one of our all-time favourites, destroying Woden and putting this Titan track on it. Keep it as real wood, Alton Towers, because we love it. And here it is, the best sign on park, Katanga Canyon. Still no operational attractions yet. However, like I say, Mine Train is reopening this Saturday, and then the Rapids at some point in May. Let's go and have a look. Instead of an African settlement, it feels more like a ghost town around here at the moment, but it will start to come back to life with the Mine Train, and of course when Rapids does reopen. And yeah, they've been doing TLC on Rapids, and they've also redone the entrance sign, so we'll just have a look at that. And yeah, like I said, they've done quite a lot of infrastructure work to the lift hill as well, so they're clearly looking after it. It's not going the same way as Rumba Rapids yet. And here's the sign, it's looking really good. So yeah, it's having a full repaint. They're doing it in stages. So when I was here yesterday filming the merchandise video, Congo was still at the top. That's obviously been painted up now. They've done the River Rapids section. They've done the backdrop there as well. And then yeah, they've done the wave down there at the bottom as well. So yeah, it's looking good, nice and fresh. Oh, and that's what we like to see. The train is back after it ran away from the Mine Train. Yeah, reopening tomorrow at the time of this video going on for you all. Saturday. Yeah, it's been weird not having the Mine Train since the start of the season, but they've clearly been having some issues with it. I'm glad that they've got that resolved. It is the oldest roller coaster now here at Alton Towers. It opened back in 1992, but yeah, back open from the weekend, which is good. And finally this area will feel more alive, and obviously the shop will be back open because that's been closed on the off-peak days. Leaving it just literally a pizza and pasta buffet down here, and that's it. Hey, you all right? How you doing? Theme Park Worldwide on YouTube. I like this sign over here though, it's good. Greetings from Katanga Canyon. Population 1,992 humans. Obviously that's the opening year for the area. Here we are down to Gloomy Wood, the Curse at Alton Manor. Let's go. Great dark ride. Again, it's a shame I can't take you on here. I really don't know why Alton Towers is so strict with filming on things like dark rides.
Please contact us if you're dying to make an offer.
It's such a great dark ride. I love what they did there with the transformation from Jewel, the Haunted House Strikes Back, into the Curse at Alton Manor. Just so much to see in there. Really highly detailed scenes. The good thing is it's a long ride as well. And there's just so much going on throughout the attraction that I do really like. Everything was working other than one thing. That was the Trommel Tunnel. You noticed that?
Yeah, I know. That's a really good effect, that is. Hopefully they get that back working soon. It's brilliant, that is.
Fingers crossed. You know what my favourite effect is in there though? It's when you've got the car next to you with Emily in at the side. I really do like that effect. The smells and the music, it all just comes together. An absolutely brilliant dark ride. Love it to bits, Alton Manor. There we go, it leaves me one final area to come into. I can't believe how well we've done it. It's only 1:30. And yeah, we've just got Forbidden Valley left to do down here. And yeah, we've done lots today. And that's the thing with filming as well, and having joy. So it shows that if you come in here like just as like an adult group, you know, you're not doing any filming or anything as well, you're going to get loads of rides, and like you'll be on to re-rides now for the final like 2 and a bit hours of the day. So as much as I don't like 4 o'clock closes, I can also understand as well why they do have them. Nemesis Subterra up here. So of course this is 4 drop towers, and it's always a good fun ride to go on, especially you get a good group of the people that have never been on here before. What's also great about Subterra, it's all about the backstory of Forbidden Valley and the Phalanx. Some live cargo. Unfortunately, the chopper ain't spinning. It hasn't been for a while now. I know that when it's really windy, it's not on, but yeah, it's not really too windy today. It was yesterday, but yeah, I've not seen this on in a couple of weeks, the chopper. There's Bert the Seagull that's sat on there, look.
Oh, it is Bert as well.
It is, there he is. Bert the Seagull.
Wingspan. Oh,
hang on, how can you tell his wingspan when he's sat like that?
By looking
oh,
at
right, okay.
Fantastic wingspan.
You having a good day, George? You all right down there? He's awake now. He was asleep for CBeebies Land, but don't worry, we do bring him all the time to CBeebies and take him on them rides. Down into the Nemesis containment zone. So yeah, gonna have a ride on the Beast now. Of course, still my favourite ride here at Alton Towers. Absolutely love what they did with the theming and package around Nemesis Reborn. And don't get me wrong, you know, it's not the smoothest experience compared to how it was, which is quite ironic really with how much they spent on it. Yeah, it does make that rattly sound as it's going around, but it doesn't detract from the ride experience in my opinion. I still absolutely love Nemesis. It is weird though, isn't it, how, I don't want to say it's rough or anything now, but it's a bit more shaky than it was, isn't it?
It's like a vibration as
yeah.
going around,
Like,
you can feel it.
That's the thing, you can feel it. I still love the ride to bits. I've got a real strong connection to Nemesis, but you know, it has got like a bit of a shake to it. It's nothing like that detracts from it. I do worry though that it could become rough like sooner than it should do. How is it going to be riding, you know, in 10 years from now and stuff? Obviously old Nemesis kept going for a while, like 28 years, you know, and it was still riding like a dream. The only reason they had to do the work was because the track had come to the end of its life. It was never done because it was rough, you know, it was still very comfortable. Good to see all the waterfalls on down here as well, because it really adds to the experience. Let's go and ride Nemesis Reborn, 10-minute wait. And I know it's a bit of a trek around the long queue line, especially on a quiet day, but I do think it builds up the experience, you know. As much as I do miss like just walking down there and getting on fast, it does kind of make you appreciate the area even more, and especially with that new theming package, what they put in. You come up this main queue and you just think, yeah, like I love it. Absolutely love Nemi. And just have these views back here as well, like it's great. I've probably already had about 50 rides on Nemesis this season. I've been riding it a lot. Good to see the smoke's really reliable on here as well. That down there on the 0G. Oh, it looks so good.
And the longer the queue time.
She doesn't sound very happy, does she? I think that's the thing, like for me, that audio shouldn't be playing around the whole queue line, 'cause it does take away from the experience. I'm sure that on some rides they can press a button and it's like zonal audio, so that really should just be playing in the station, shouldn't it? But instead it came out around the whole queue line. I don't think she was happy today.
Reach containment, listen to me. Get to a safety bunker now. It's stronger, angrier, and hungry.
Views that you get at the loop are awesome from down here. Gradually though, I think these views are going to go away. They're already starting to a bit here, like as these trees and landscaping grow up again. It's going to start blocking the view. So make the most of it whilst it lasts. I mean, I can understand doing the announcements when it had like a bit of a queue, but literally we're walking into the station. Well, let's go and experience Nemesis Reborn. There's only one word that describes Nemesis, and that is legendary. Can you imagine Alton Towers without it? Honestly, if they hadn't done the retrack work, it wouldn't be here today. So that's something that we should always be really grateful for. It's an iconic roller coaster. I had some friends over from America last week, and they came here and experienced it and absolutely loved it. It was the first time going on, and it is the most famous ride in the country for a lot of people over in the States, a lot of international visitors. They all want to try Nemesis, and what makes this coaster so special is the fact they literally blasted out all the rocks just here to be able to build this coaster. Alton Towers can't build above the tree line, and yeah, like look at it, like what they did with this layout is fantastic. The fact you go down into a corkscrew first instead of going into a big loop or a cobra roll or something, the fact you start with a little corkscrew and then it builds up the momentum throughout the layouts, and you come in with that speed to the brake run, an amazing design. I'll always have a huge amount of respect for John Wardley for creating this beast. Honestly, I love it. And yeah, what they did with the theming package, what they did with the theming package in 2024, excellent. Right then, so we're down here now at Toxicator. This, of course, was the new addition here at Alton Towers last year in 2025. And I'm a little bit disappointed that, unfortunately, the fountains are no longer operational. Now, I wasn't really a massive fan of soaking riders on here. I mean, we're in the UK, aren't we? You know, it doesn't really need to be another water ride. But the fountains launched the part as the package. And it's like here now, when it tilts forward, you had the fountains, they were dancing, they were doing the little show. Basically, last year, the fountains were there. It was kind of like a decorative, theatrical experience, if you like. You know, and at night for Alton After Dark, they were lit up in green, which looked really good. You know, it was fantastic. In the summer, they then decided to turn it into a water ride and wet riders. Fair enough. I mean, personally, I wouldn't have done that myself, because it did mean that it started to look a bit dirty around the ride, bits of like algae and stuff growing on it because of all the water. And then here we are in 2026, and yeah, the fountains are completely off, which is such a shame, because I think this was a great investment for last year. I do love Toxicator. So that leads to the question, why are the fountains off? So they've not been on since the start of the season. And initially, you'd see them as you were going round. What they did a couple of weeks ago was they put like a cover on there. It's not very good, but it's better than looking at non-operational fountains. And yeah, the fountains aren't broke, like they could turn them on tomorrow if they wanted to. It's actually an issue with the filtration system on here. Now, I believe it's got a UV filtration system instead of a chlorine system. What I heard was they didn't want people coming off smelling of chlorine like they used to on Ripsaw. Personally, I'd rather have had that and still had the fountains in action. And it didn't really matter anyway when it wasn't getting you wet. Why they can't just lower them a little bit and keep them as decorative, I'm not too sure. So yeah, it's a bit disappointing because it really added to the overall package, didn't it, of Toxicator? And if you've been on recently, you'll see it up there and know that it looks a right mess with these like tarpaulins with the Toxicator logo on. Granted, that does look better than looking down and seeing the fountains that aren't on, but yeah, I just hope they can get it sorted out soon. Ideally, it needs a new filtration system. Some people might say it's toxic, but no, let's hope they can get them on soon, because yeah, it really does make it. The main thing is Toxicator's been doing its job as a filler flat ride. It's on 15 minutes today, and yeah, even on the busy day, it's been getting about 30, 35 minutes, which is perfect. That's just what you need really for a ride like this. You don't want to be seeing 45, 50 minutes, because it's too much for a filler ride. But no, like more of this around the park would be great. Ideally, with the effects still working. Like, I can't believe that. The amount of money that went into installing the fountains, raising it up on the platform and everything. They may as well not bother with the platform or anything now, and just stuck it where Ripsaw was on the ground. Could have probably bought another flat ride with the cost of that foundation and also with the fountains. And here we are then in the final part of the park, the bottom end of Forbidden Valley. I still don't class it as Forbidden Valley, even though it technically is, because it doesn't look like it, does it, down here? It's like its own little mini area. We've got Galactica down here, the park's 2002 B&M flying coaster. It opened as air. Always remember the opening day. Yeah, I just want to get in again about the roller coaster restaurant. Yeah, it's like it's open on an evening only on the off-peak days now. Yeah, Charlotte's going to go and have a ride on Galactica.
I can't remember the last time I went on Galactica. It's been a few years, I think. So.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Well, we just don't ride it, do we? Yeah. My least favourite ride at the park.
And here we go. We're going to head down to Galactica. I think this is a good one to be using my fast track on, because it's all the way out the entrance. So I got my platinum pass, and I'm going to use the fast track entrance for Galactica. Looking forward to getting back on this because it's been ages. Here we go, it's time for a ride on Galactica. And here we go, it's took quite a while that as in the fast track queue on one station, but here we go, we're here.
And how was your ride on Galactica?
I actually really enjoyed that. I haven't been on Galactica for so long. It's quite intense actually, isn't it? But I'm not a fan of the operations on there. They were very slow. It was one of them, I was queued up out here, and then it was sort of straight into the station, straight into the base, so I couldn't get any footage of the craft going, unfortunately. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I'm glad that you went on anyway. I had a good ride. I think I'll give it a miss.
Yeah, well,
I'm
I was
not a
sat
fan
on
of
the
it.
brake run. Well, I say sat, lying on the brake run for ages.
Yeah, that's my least favourite thing with Galactica.
Yeah, I
it is
know,
literally
it's
just waiting
uncomfortable.
there on the brake run. But there we go. We're all done. It's not even 3 o'clock and we're all done for today. Full park. That does bring us to the end of our vlog here from the Alton Towers resorts. These are perfect days for coming, where you've got the blue sky and sunshine, it's nice and warm, and also quiet as well.
I can't believe how well we've done today. We've literally got around the whole park. It's not even 3 o'clock. Excellent.
Yeah, it's been really good, like getting loads of rides in. Other than Galactica, operations have been good.
They have.
And the great thing is with Alton Towers, they don't run rides on one train on the quiet days. I went through a period like at Thorpe Park and some of the other parks a few years ago where they were running stuff on one train. Luckily, we've never really had that here at Alton Towers. If stuff's on one train, it is because of like a maintenance thing, not because they just want to save costs, you know, so that's good.
Yeah, that's a good thing. It's like, as much as it is quiet today, if you have got stuff on one train, then queues are going to build up, so I'm glad that they don't do that, because it means that you can get plenty of rides in.
Yeah, it's like, you know, of course you can have a little bit of reduced capacity on some things, like Galactica's only running one station. I think it does even on the peak days. This ride, the operations are so bad, but it's like Oblivion, yeah, they're just running one station, but it was still walk on anyway, so I don't mind that too much. It's been a really good day, and we've got some real positives to take from Alton Towers today. The main one being ride availability is getting better.
Finally.
Finally, now we're into May as well. Hopefully we're going to be seeing pretty much a full ride offering soon. I mean, Mine Train from tomorrow, and then of course Battle Galleons and Rapids at some point. We're just waiting on Skyride really.
I know, Skyride we definitely need it, because this is a big park to walk around, so hopefully that'll be back open soon.
Yeah, once we've got a date for that, it means we'll be at full ride availability. capacity, which is good. Along with that, we've got the extended hours coming at May half term till 8 o'clock. Absolutely brilliant decision by the park. And that's the thing, like we always praise when it's due, and that is absolutely fantastic. We've been saying for years we want longer park hours in the UK, and really good to see them stepping up and delivering that for half term. Hopefully some more good hours for the summer. It's been a good day, really enjoyed it. If you're coming for Bluey as well, don't worry about waiting in massive queues. On the weekdays it's absolutely walk on, and on the weekend it's capping out normally about 40-45 minutes, so then ridiculous that 100-minute waits have dropped off for that, it seems, as well. All in all, a good day. Make sure you check out our merchandise tour if you haven't already, and our full tour and review of the new attraction Bluey the Ride, and yeah, look forward to coming back many times and bringing you many updates throughout the season as well. Well, there we go. Have you had a good day, George?
Yeah, he went on the carousel.
Yeah, he's only done the carousel. No BBs today, but like I said, we do come quite a bit off camera and to bring George on the rides. Here it comes. Would you like to go? Well, that leaves us with one final thing to say. Get out there and keep on riding, and we'll see you in the next video.